Hey guys, welcome back to our vegan channel. I don't even know what day. I guess this is going up today. So
Apparently it's the weekend.
This is day like 11 of Veganuary.
Yes.
We're going through it. All right, so I figured it would be fun for me to cook with me video today. So my darling vegan daughter, I'm vegan too, if you didn't know. Welcome, I'm Janet. She's Maddie. Got me this cookbook for Christmas this year, and I specifically wanted this cookbook because Ella from Deliciously Ella makes a lot of recipes that are gluten-free and vegan, and I've found myself in that boat this year. So I want to try and make some of the recipes out of here. And you guys who are longtime viewers, friends, family, fam, know that I don't like to follow recipes, so this is going to be really hard for me today to follow the recipe. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't follow the recipe exactly because she uses almond milk, and that is poison to me. That will make me feel like someone took a pitchfork and stuck it in my stomach. So I'm going to be using oat milk for that. But also, I'm not a big fan of rapeseed oil, which is canola oil. I'm going to be using olive oil because that's my preferred cooking oil, unless I have avocado. So the recipe that we're going to be making today is for simple blueberry muffins. I love muffins. This is killing me to be gluten-free because I'm a carbaholic. I love bread, I love pizza,
Pasta.
It's been pasta. It's been so difficult. So Ella, I'm hoping you can help me out, girl. But I've already seen something really weird, and I'll tell you about it when I get to it. So let's just follow along with the recipe. First off, it says preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. By the way, Ella is from the UK, so everything in here pretty much is going to be in UK measurements. We're going to convert that. So according to Google, 200 degrees Celsius is 392 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's very specific.
Good thing I have a digital oven, so we're going to go 392. Go! Now, first thing you have to do, is mix together your dry ingredients. So I don't have spelt flour, but in the little note in the bottom, she says you can use 1-to-1 baking flour, the gluten-free one. That's not it. It's this. So we're going to do it the Brit way. We got our scale here, and we're going to measure it. This is not just the Brit way. My dad would do it this way, too. He was a baker. So we're going to measure this out on my scale. Get on, step on. Tell that to the bowl. All right, so we're going to zero it out. Would you like to follow along over here?
Sure, but it's in the dark, so no.
Oh, sorry. All right, we need 400 grams. So let's try and not slop it up.
Yeah, it's really dark.
Well, we're at 292. Let me grab another bag of flour. Right off the bat.
It's a mini interlude.
Yay!
Oh, man!
Speak friends and enter. All right, so I have another bag here that I got from the health food store. A little bit different, but you know what? Maybe oh, wow, that's a lot different.
That's a lot different.
It still says cup for cup, so we'll see what happens. 401, we'll take it. All right, so that is the flour. And then we also have to mix in 100 grams of coconut sugar.
Did you pick a way too small bowl again?
Maybe. I think the coconut sugar is a little bit heavier, so there's probably not going to be as much. We could just zero this out again. This one I just don't want to dump in there because I don't want to have to fish out all of the sugar. All right, I'll dump it a little bit. All right, we're at 67. All right, that's like 105. I'll take that. Not exact. Sorry.
Oh, boy. This is going to be an adventure.
Okay, they give the next one in teaspoons. So we're going to need 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. All right, so here's the soda going in.
Soda?
Soda. Soda. And we have our baking powder in here. Okay. Now we also need 1 tablespoon of ground chia. I don't feel like dirtying my blender to grind up some chia seeds, so we're just going to use some ground flax. It's pretty much interchangeable anyway, so that's probably not that big of a deal.
He said, "Mommy, why do you change everything?" Oh.
Bowie, Mommy's just trying to survive. Just trying to survive, honey. You're doing great, sweetie.
Oh.
And, alright, here's where I was like, what? Wait a minute, what's mixed spice? 1 teaspoon of mixed spice. I was like, do they mean allspice? And I, through the cookbook, they didn't say a friggin' word about mixed spice.
Are you sure?
Yes. So I asked my friend, Googla, and they said, this long explanation, the Brits, blah, 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 it's basically pumpkin pie spice. So that I have. Alright, so that's a teaspoon of that. I was like, really? I never would have put that in there. So that is all of the dry ingredients, except for the dry blueberries, but I guess they're not really that dry. So what we're going to do is give this a good whisk.
In that tiny bowl.
In this tiny ass bowl. Let's hope I don't slop it up. Let's see.
There we go. It's all mixed up.
Great.
Only a little bit of slop.
Alright. Fun fact. You can use a scale to measure milliliters. Who knew, right? So I'm going to zero out my bowl. So the first thing we're going to do is put in 100 milliliters of almond milk. This is oat milk, but it's in a half and half container because I have a small refrigerator and you don't need to know the rest. Alright, so I said 100 milliliters. Ooh, 111.
Oh, God.
98. 99, 100. Alright.
There we go.
Okay, ooh, that's delicious. We're going to need 170 milliliters of maple syrup. So I'm going to zero it out again. We're going to go slow with this one because we can't suck it back out. I mean, we could, but...
Where does it go?
Right? Oh, no. Good thing I have another fresh maple syrup.
How are we, like, always
I don't know.
out of everything?
I don't know. Here we go. 172. I'll take it. We need 50 milliliters of oil. Zero it out. We have it. Gonna go slow.
This is like an acrylic pour.
I know, right?
Whoa.
48. Drip. No, it was 41. Ah. 45. Glug. 49. We'll take it. 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Really?
So sad. That's...
There
okay.
we go.
That was something.
Right? I don't know what, but... Alright, we're going to mix this up. We're going to add the dry ingredients to this. I'm not just going to dump everything in here all at once. I'm going to dump like half in. Give it a mix and then dump the rest in. Even though it's gluten-free, I still don't want to overmix it. Because you guys know what happens when you overmix a gluten mixture. The gluten activates, which means it makes it stretchy, rubber bandy, and nobody wants to eat a tough baked product. My dad would always be over me when we were making stuff together. He'd be like, "You better not overmix that. It's going to be tough." Wow, this is thick.
That is thick.
Is it supposed to be like this?
I don't know. I've never made this before.
Oh boy, Ella, don't do me dirty. All right. Let me just consult the recipe.
That seems really thick.
It seems really thick. It says pour the mixture into the muffin cases.
You're not pouring that. You're going to be plopping that.
This is supposed to be a batter.
Mm.
So, I think I'm going to add a little bit more milk.
That's definitely a dough.
Yeah. Maybe a lot more milk. All right, I added like a cup of milk, and it's still really thick.
But at least it's like...
Well, now I'm going to add the blueberries, and it says add 100 grams. I just washed these, that's why they're wet.
Well, we could use the extra
The
moisture
extra
here.
fluid will help. I'm not going to be too careful about the amount of blueberries since the liquids were off by a lot, so... Or were they off? Did I do something wrong?
I don't know.
The reviews, that's over. I'm just gonna... The reviews on the cookbook, and I tried to give the benefit of the doubt, were like, the recipes are wrong. There's no way that these...
Well...
That one was, but I don't know how the rest are. We'll see. And I thought, well, maybe the humidity or whatever, but I used a scale to measure it, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Mm.
This is like a paltry amount of blueberries. I'm going to add more. I couldn't follow it. I did it myself.
I knew
I'm
this was
sorry.
going to happen.
All right. That's beautiful. That's nicer. Now we have to get this into our pan. So I just washed this pan off. I have my, open! I have my beautiful non-bleached cupcake jackets. These are the best. I can't remember which company makes these. That's stupid, right? But these don't stick to anything. These are my favorite thing to do the quinoa cups that I have a recipe for on this channel. Everybody raves for the quinoa cups, and these are the best things to bake it in. They do not stick for anything. All right, so this is going to make 12 hefty ass muffins. Something tells me there's more than 12 girls in here.
We're going to find out.
I don't think these are going to rise all that much, so let's overfill.
I feel like I'm watching an I Love Lucy episode right now.
Is this the one where the bread comes busting out of the oven?
It might be.
These muffins are thick. I hope they don't like... Bleh.
Well, we'll see.
All right, 392 degrees. We'll see you in 25 minutes. Here we go, kids and kittens. They were in the oven for 25 minutes. I stuck a knife in it. It looked
Came
fine
out
to
clean?
me. Yeah, it came out clean. I let it cool off. Sean is very excited.
Giddy for muffins. Giddy up. These
Is he though?
smell really good. I walked into the house and I
They
was like,
do smell
ooh.
really good.
Yeah, they look great.
I'm glad I added the extra blueberries because I thought they were a little anemic, blueberry-wise.
Let's see what we got.
Let's see, Ella, what you got?
Who?
Ella.
Oh, I think you said Ello. I was like,
No.
okay. Let's just do one of these. Ooh.
Right? Beautiful.
Smells great.
Remember, it's gluten-free, so you can't judge it by the same standards that you would a regular muffin.
It's pretty good, though.
Pretty good for gluten-free?
Mm-hmm.
Or pretty good?
Pretty good in general.
Okay. Nice.
I mean, it's not as, like, fluffy as a
right.
glutinous muffin.
But it's not a hard turd.
No.
Okay.
No. I find that most gluten-free muffins are a little bit, like, stodgy.
Yeah.
But, good.
I find they're either too heavy
Mm-hmm.
or too rock-like.
It's got, like, a little bit of a graininess, I would say.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
that's to be expected.
That's the gluten-free in there.
Right.
But the taste is wonderful. I love the pumpkin spice in there.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't taste overwhelmingly pumpkin-y, but it's got, like, a little... Ooh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I'm really curious what would have happened if you
We
had
had
baked
everything?
it What?
Oh, you mean
No.
if I had baked it the way it was without the extra liquid?
Yeah. Because I think the extra liquid was necessary.
I'm thinking possibly that the spelt flour that they were calling for might not have sucked up as much juice as the other one, so maybe it's not completely the fault of the recipe. But if she did mention to use the gluten-free 1-to-1 flour.
Who am I kidding? I'm just going to eat the rest of this.
and if there was a difference, it would have been nice if she had said, like, well, if you're going to use this flour, add another cup of water, cup of milk or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not completely sure that was the case, so there you go.
All right.
Thank you again for joining us for Veganuary.
If you want more stuff like this, make sure you subscribe if you're not already.
Oh, you're going to get more.
Leave a comment.
Whether you want it or not.
Yep. And we'll see you next time. So until then, much love.